here in Riga, Latvia. Dominik Kubalik had a terrific game against Kazakhstan. Scored twice, was stopped at a penalty shot in that game as well. So the Czechs are 2-0 entering this game against the host Latvians, who are 0-2, a 6-0 loss to Canada on Friday, then a 2-1 defeat to Slovakia. Referees are Lassi Heikkinen from Finland, Stefan Hurleman from Switzerland. Aris Fiedlich has juggled his lines a little bit. He's basically loaded up a top line with their three best players. Rob Balcers, Rudiger Eyeballs, and Kasper Dogovic will all play together for them as they try to turn things around. And there is Kerry Yalanen, the 63-year-old, his second year as the head coach of the Czech national team, guided them to a bronze last year. The U.S. 8-4 in the bronze medal game. They got 10 back from that team that won bronze a year ago. They're playing a little light today. Philip Schlapik and Philip Hedl, two of their top scoring players, are out with injuries at the moment. Not sure when or if they'll return. Starting goaltender for the Czechs is once again Simon Rubec, who had 2 goals on 26 shots in their win against Slovakia on Friday. And it's Artur Silovs once again for Latvia, allowed 2 on 29 in that loss to Slovakia. And for the Latvians, they were down 2-1 in the third period, and a 5-on-3, a long power play did not connect, and that was really the difference in that game for them.
This should be another hard-fought, physical, tight-checking, defensive sort of game. And Latvia hoping that this loaded-up #1 line can find a little bit of offense. They've got 1 goal for 2 games.
Slovakia got a point earlier today with a shootout loss to Canada. So Latvia needs likely to steal a point from a team above them in the standings. With a chance tapped wide by Sedlak. Balcers plays it ahead. That's knocked down, but Kondratek plays it ahead. 2 years ago, Latvia opened with a win over Canada, lost to Finland in overtime, but then lost a series of games to Kazakhstan, Norway, Germany. Didn't make the quarterfinals. A 10th place finish that year was their best in 10 years.
Challenge for Latvia is they have such tight margins because they just don't score very much. So bad goal against, penalty trouble, whatever it might be, it really makes it tough for them.
Last year they lost 1-goal games against Sweden and Finland.
They can defend.
And they don't get blown out much.
No.
They lost that opener 6-0 to Canada. Canada blew it open later. Janis Jaks knocks that down. The Latvian National League folded this past summer, so these players are scattered all over North America and Europe. Ralph Freibergs fires that down. The stop made by Rubec. The puck's loose for a moment, and Tom Andersons came in for a flyby there.
Interesting. Smart play by Freibergs. As he lays one into the pads from distance, skipper, Rubec thinks it's in his pads. It's actually sitting against his right foot, and casually with Tom Andersons coming in. Well, I like that for spot check. Act like you don't know he's coming to hit you. And then let him know you see him coming.
Simon Rubec led the Swiss League in goals against average and save percentage this year, playing for Zurich. With kind of an off year. Smirnov's rips that wide.
Must have been because their offense then.
Well,
your starting goalie has a 2.23 goals against.
And a 500 record.
You should win more games than that.
Well, it's Kenic plays that back to center ice. Stalik plays it back down the Latvian zone. This will be a battle of the drums here tonight. Skipping back down to Silovs. He hangs on that. Busting in was Yuri Chernok trying to get a stick on it.
One thing that both these countries do very well is stay patient and stay with the game plan. The idea of playing at 0-0 will not frustrate them. They will not deviate from the plan for a really long time.
Here's the way it sets up for Latvia, Mike. If they could get a point out of this game today, get this game to overtime, then you've got Norway, Slovenia, Kazakhstan. They'd like to run the table there. That would set up a showdown with Switzerland in their final game.
Yeah.
You need between 10 and 12 points usually to get to the quarterfinals out of your 7 games. Bukarts plays that in. Around for Zaric. Rashis has that taken away, and Roberts Memchits throws that ahead. Oskar Sabolskis. Rashis, that's offside at the Czechia line.
You gotta pay attention when the whistle's going to blow. When the crowd starts to rise and the drums start to kick in, you have a hard time hearing the whistles.
That was the case for the Slovakia game here on Saturday. You could, in the third period, you could not hear.
And one of the ways of cheering in Europe is whistling when you're not happy with the call. So you got thousands of whistles going on anyways. The referees have to be mindful and understanding that guys legitimately might not hear the whistles.
This is a terrific venue.
Fantastic arena.
Knocked down by Rodrigo Eballs. This top line goes to work. One shot fired wide by Ufas Balinskas. Balinskas, the defenseman, works his way in, drops that down to Kasper Dogovic, the Latvian captain. Now Dogovic, a chance, and a great stop there by Rubens. Rodrigo Eballs skates away from Cervenka. Eballs drops it off for Dogovic. Mamchik shoots that deflected a couple of times and bounces back to Cervenka, the top forward and leading scorer in last year's World Championship. Mamchik plays it back in. Energetic start for the Latvians here. Centering pass, played back across, and Janis Jaks just misfired to that pass, trying to find Oskars Batnya.
The right idea, if he could have one-touched it over there, it would have been there for a one-timer, but by pulling it to his backhand, allowed the defense to recover.
Puck loose behind the Czech goal. Picked up by Martin Zirkals. Zirkals gets loose, walks out, spins and shoots. That puck deflected wide up Batnya. Latvia has the first 4 shots in the game. Martin Count has a skip by him. Up Freibergs. Up for Batnya. That pass misfired. And an icing call bringing the face-off to the lightly used Latvian end.
What a start. Best chance of the game so far goes to the captain. Dogovic pops out from behind the net. He's got to wheel his body around. It just has to elevate it just a little bit more over the pad. It would have gone in. Rubens was stuck on his goal line, but not able to get it up over the pad. Dogovic.
Played parts of 3 NHL seasons with Boston and Ottawa. Was drafted in the third round by Ottawa in 2006. Playing in Germany this year. 3-time Latvian Olympian. They won their qualifying tournament here in Riga. Summer of 2001.
That would be intense. Olympic qualifier here.
Freibergs. Off the puck deflect. Batnya for Ngashis. Slides out ahead. Toms Andersons comes in. He's ripped off the puck by Kempney. For Dratek. Skates away from Andersons. Plays that deflect. That deflect playing in his 2nd World Championship. He made his senior team national debut last year at the age of 28.
An energetic player Fleck has for Czechia. Plays the wing, smaller guy, but he gets the ball. Great wheel, penalty killer. He's 5'7". Better be able to pick him up and put him down at that height.
Back at the point. Kostelic with a long shot and skipped out on Seelovs, who split the year this year between the Vancouver Canucks and the Abbotsford American League team. Played 5 games with the Canucks and 44 in Abbotsford.
The goal crease is a bit of a graveyard for whoever tended it for Vancouver this year. Until Demko got healthy the last few games, so a lot of guys went in there and struggled. Seelovs no different than that group.
Zaric wins that face-off back. To Balinskis. Lead pass knocked down by Indrachis, but it's taken away from him by Bosinelek. Daniel Bosinelek drew into the Czech lineup for their second game. They're down to 12 forwards with Fiedler and Lappik hurt.
Needs more ice time, more guaranteed ice time. Although Miss Hedel, he's one of their strongest players.
You're allowed to list 22 skaters, so Czechia had 14 and 8. With 2 of the forwards injured. And once you name your 22, you cannot make injury replacements, except in goal, under exceptional circumstances. Gillen works back in. Here's Bukarts with a shot that was blocked. A great diving block there by Sedlak. Brought back by Kubalik, waiting for help to arrive. Kubalik throws that to the corner for Cervenka, but it's picked off by Richard Bukarts. Here's Dogovic with it. Dogovic works in, holds, finds a way back, feeds it back in front of Abels.
He had Rubens on the wrong post.
And now Balcers chips it there for Abels. Another great look for Latvia. Dogovic centers it right on. And save made by Rubens through the feet of Abels.
Might be the best 6 minutes we've seen Latvia play at 5-on-5 in the tournament.
But nothing to show for it yet. And that's been the problem. Fribergs shovels that down to the Czech zone. Zaboro goes back. Jordan takes that away from Batya, the 6'5", 230-pound forechecker for Latvia. Batya had his pocket picked there by Kaut. Martin Kaut slides it back down to the Latvian zone. Kaut tied up by Batya. Roberts Bukarts. Trukstay. He bats it down to the Czech zone and back to pick it up. Here's Zaboro. Here comes Zaboro of the Boston Bruins. And this thundering din sends that down to the Latvian zone. Yanis Yaks snaps it ahead and rolls down to Rubens. He'll hang on to that. No score here in the first period at the 2023 World Hockey Championship in Riga. Arena Riga was the host of the 2021 World Championship along with the arena across the street, but fans were not permitted in the building during that tournament. The city was locked down, the players were bubbled. It's a whole different deal in 2023.
It is alive and kicking. Inside, outside, downtown, in the hotel, middle of the night, you name it. People are enjoying this tournament.
Thomas Dvorak plays that down. A quiet start so far for the Czechs. Sobotka on it. Vladimir Sobotka kicks that across, leading the tournament in face-off percentage through the first 3 days. Fleck throws it back in front. That's knocked away by Seelovs. Ronald's Kenich. Played a couple of years with the Vancouver Canucks. Brought back in by Toms Anderson. Anderson streaks in and shoots. Rubats makes the stop on that. 7-2. The shots on goal in favor of Latvia in a scoreless first period. Bosinelek. Move that back to Baranek. Zaric couldn't track it down. Reaches back for it. It's picked out by Baranek. Plays that back. Nemecek shoots, scores! David Nemecek gives Czechia the lead on just their third shot of the period.
Nemecek, who's not known to be an offensive defenseman, wrists this one through, but the job in front by Vojanelek. You see Silas, oh, he's not even close. He gets down on his knees on the first pump fake by Nemecek, and he's stuck. And Nemecek takes it one more stride. Look at Silas. He's got no idea where the puck is, where Nemecek is, and there was a gaping hole on the side of Silas to put it in. And that is tough for Latvia.
Nemecek played a couple of years in North America. A year with Sarnia of the OHL, Saskatoon of the Western League. Played 2 World Juniors for Latvia, but this is his first time with the senior men's national team. A bit of a changing of the guard in Latvia. Some younger players going in. That core of 30-year-olds is gradually moving on. Balinskis plays that backhand, so all that hard work for the Latvians, and they're once again in a hole here.
That's why you got to finish those chances you create.
Down to the side of the goal, and A-balls can't cash there. This top line has generated lots of chances for Latvia. Yanis Yaks for Batya. Kostelek took back away, but stolen back by Zirkov. Zirkov shoots, and that's squeezed with the right arm by Simon Rubets.
Latvia is finding open ice, and they're attacking with speed. And now, despite doing that all game, they're trailing. And a good screen in front. Silovs just got stuck. He got down to his knees early, did not know where the puck was, not where the bodies were, and unable to track what would have been an easy save had he spotted it.
Batya wins a face-off back to Chukstad. His shot deflected off Cowden wide. Yanis Yaks is back to pick it up. Puts it back down to the Czech zone, and that will not be icing. Waved off at the last moment. Schmeichel got bumped there by Yaks. Schmeichel wearing a full cage after being hit with a high stick in Czechia's last practice before the opening of the tournament.
That is way too intense for the last practice.
Off the end boards. Tomaszek came in for it. David Tomaszek lays it back in deep. Savoka with it. Along with Flex back at the point. Jordan with a shot that was blocked. And Sabolskis has it back. Oskar Sabolskis. Played in 4 under-18 World Junior tournaments for Latvia, never in the top division.
He's seen some places.
Well, there's a lot of guys like that in this Latvian team in the senior divisions. Latvia's in the top division now for a long time, but back in the day, there were long times in Division 1A, Division 1B. The 2 below this.
You think about them trying to qualify for quarters, not necessarily worrying about getting relegated.
That would be their hope.
Norway, Slovenia, Kazakhstan, win any of those games.
So if you win those in regulation, there's 9 points.
Yeah.
Can you come up with 2 more somewhere?
Slovakia already has 3, and they still have Kazakhstan, Slovenia, and Norway.
Right.
So they win those in regulation, 12.
And Slovakia
and
got a point.
tiebreaker.
And Slovakia got a point you might not have expected against Canada earlier today. Trebek has it knocked away by Gile.
So they need some help, basically.
Nemecek, who has the goal for Czechia, plays that back in deep for Lukas Sedlak. What a journey he's had this year. Sedlak began the year in Colorado, went to Philadelphia on waivers. Pass after he released from his contract in December, they granted him that. He came back to Czechia. He was named the Czech League Player of the Year. Spot check. The Kubalik shot that was blocked. Kubalik picks it back out. Now he's here having a productive World Championship. Cervenka. Spot check got clipped with a high stick. Penalty coming to Latvia. Kudrantek with a rocket that goes wide.
Watch out, spot check behind the net. You get hit again.
Kubalik. To Cervenka. Cervenka back with it. To Kubalik. Cervenka. Slides that down to Sabotka.
Someone parked in front. Get right in front.
Kemny taking some abuse there. Now Cervenka back with it. Tap back to Kubalik to Cervenka. Walks right in. Feeds it down. Sabotka can get a shot away and play is finally called. 7:22 to go here in the first period. So we've got 2 penalties on the play. Freibergs goes for a high stick, but then Michael Kemny got called for interference.
For slashing a stick out of a Latvian defender's hand. There's a high stick to spot check from Freiberg, side of the net. And here comes Kemny right there. He sends a ball stick out in the neutral zone with a little lift unexpectedly.
So it'll be 4-on-4 here with 7:22 to go in the opening period. Stalek works it and shoots. That's blocked.
He likes to shoot. He has absolutely a shooter's mindset for a defenseman.
Scored in the last game against Kazakhstan. It took a while for Czechia to pry that game open. It was 2-1 in the third period. They scored 3 goals in the third to widen their lead. Shot floats wide from Kennich. Spot check. Winds his way out in the 4-on-4, lots of room here, feeds it back across. Schmeichel, the spot check. Cheats, pokes out ahead, it's picked up by Zirkov. Zirkov goes through the legs on Dvorak, shovels that through the crease.
Oh, right over top of Rubis, they're gonna give it to him?
Yep, Zirkov's gonna go here for goalie interference. Dvorak comes after him. Give it to Schmeichel, who's got that full shield on. Last thing he needs is a pop in the face.
Oh, he's well protected. I always felt great when I had a full cage on. Nobody can hurt you down there. Hopefully Rubens is feeling all right. It's a nice wide drive through the legs, take it hard. But it is the responsibility of the player attacking the net to take a path that will not run into the goalie.
And he wasn't pushed.
And now if you're shoved in the goalie off a path that would have missed him, then that is not your responsibility. But he never took a path, no matter what happened here. He was gonna get a piece of Rubens. And not much from Dvorak to help him in there. I think that's the right call.
So this will be a 4-on-3 power play for Czechia to start. Kostelek steps around Gile. Works it back in front. That pass skipped away from Sedlak with a power play and short-handed goal in this tournament. Kubalik. For Kostelek. Kostelek for Kubalik. Trying to bounce on a cross. Picked off and sent down the ice by Abel. Critical moment in the game here for Latvia. 6 to go in the first period, down 1.
They've started so well. You hate to go down 2 in a period where you dominated.
Spacek works it in. Plays it across. Kostelek for Sedlak.
Can't get Kubalik a one-timer.
He's directing traffic. Spacek to Kubalik. Taps it back for Kostelek. Spacek. Back to Kubalik. Winds and shoots. That was blocked. As Chukste got in the way. Sedlak. Kostelek to Kubalik. Kubalik feeds that back. Takes a return pass and shoots. Chukste again blocks his shot. Kostelek tries it. That's blocked. And Zarek sends it up to center ice. Freebergs was stepping out of the penalty box.
Freebergs and Kempny were supposed to get him at the same time, but Freebergs had the jump. He had 15 feet on him, and he could have taken a pass there. Tremendous penalty killing. That is gutsy shot blocking by the Latvians.
Chukste blocked a couple. 5 to go in the opening period. Czechia the power play for another 30 seconds. Kempny drops it back there for Cervenka. Up ahead to Tomaszek. Drops it for Kempny. To Spacek. Saboka parks in front. Spacek down to Cervenka. To Tomaszek. Kempny. Tomaszek. Down to Cervenka. Feeds that back to Kempny. Slaps it back across. Spacek for Saboka. That was broken up. Dogovic sends it ahead. Here's a chance for Zirkov. And he couldn't quite reach it. Just out of the length of his stick.
He needed it just to bite a little, bounce funny, something.
Sabalskis rides Saboka off that puck. So Latvia weathers that Czech power play as Kenich fires it in. And it's gloved by Rubats. 1-0 Czechia leads here in the first. Finland and Sweden also playing at this hour in Tampere. They're scoreless in the first period. Here it's Czechia 1-0 on Latvia. David Nemenchek has the goal for the Czechs. In the 2023 World Hockey Championship, both Riga, Latvia, and Tampere, Finland getting a second bite of the apple. Riga, of course, was pretty much locked out in 2021. And last year there were still travel restrictions for the World Championship in Finland. They get the full benefit of people being able to come into the country freely. So
the crowd was certainly energetic last year in Finland.
yeah.
So,
But what they didn't get was for the Finnish game, but it was still for people coming in from other countries, still a bit difficult. Sabalskis to Roberts Blue Cards. Take a moment to think of the security guy who's parked right in front of the drum line of 7 drums in this end of the ring. He has to stand there the whole time.
Earplugs in.
Zarek takes the return pass from Bendrasis. Moves across. Now Zarek puts it high in the air to the corner. Sedlak back to pick it up. Chervenka trying to clear that up, gets it by Yachts, but Bukarts fires that back in. Knott up for Sedlak. We're back to Pardubice in the Czech Extra League this year. Had a great year there. He was named the Czech Extra League Player of the Year. Sedlak banks it back to Zaboral. Pivoting back as Kubalik shoots. That goes off a leg and wide. Richards Bukarts. Or Zerinch lays it back down to the Czech zone. NHL games need more drums.
Just this kind of energy.
Now a steal by Abels. Couldn't get a shot away. The puck in the feet of Kondratek. Spot check with it. Schmeichel chips out ahead. Valinskas back to pick it up. 2 to go here in the opening period. Long lead pass for Dogovic, knocked down by Kondratek. The plays onside. Spot check played it across. And missed Kaut, who was all alone at the side of the goal. Kaut back for Kempny. Kempny plays it back in for Schmeichel. And Schmeichel pops that back, winding in. That's on the outside of the post by Tomashev. Kondratek back in for spot check. To Tomashev, muscled off the puck there by Baltzers. Dogovic plays that back to Valinskas. Plays for Liberec in the Czech Extra League. Kenich fires that down. Toms Anderson's after it. And the puck squirts free to Saboka. Long time between whistles here late in the first period. At the line, Freybergs holds it. Feeds that down to Kenich. Skipped away from Anderson's, and now Chuk stay with it. Down to Anderson's. Smirnov trying to dig that free. Kostalek taken down. And Kenich closes it down for Latvia. Kenich for Anderson's. Back to Kenich. Wheels that back around. Chukstay picks it up. 30 seconds to go in the period. Dvorak gets it back for Czechia. Lifts that high in the air. Freybergs with dangerous skip there, knocked that away from Fleck.
This has felt frenetic. The fans just make it feel chaotic.
Sabalskas fires that in. It's kicked away by Rubets. As time winds down here in the period. Batya. Desir calls. Seconds left. Throws it back in front. Batya missed that. And the first period ends with Czechia leading 1-0 on the goal by David Nemecek. You're watching day 4 of the 2023 World Hockey Championship from Riga, Latvia.
Shots on goal in the first period, Team Latvia 13, Team Czechia 4. Team Kapanen, the score between Finland and Sweden is 0-0.
Přišli dobře, vole. Dobrá třetina. Ale jde v pohodě, ale tak teďka. Vždycky jdeš nahoru, teďka byl předu, špátě dal nahoru, já musím jít dolů.
Resultaat bij het Primario. Czechia wins, Latvia 0-1.
Score after the first period, Team Czechia 1, Team Latvia 0.
Keep the sticks on the ice. Enjoy. Thank you.
I got it! 17 out!
Martin Zirkel's had a couple of good looks for Latvia, especially early in that first period, but Czechia cashes in on the goal by David Nemecek. That's a 1-0 lead after 1 period of play. Latvia scored just 1 goal so far in the tournament.
Tough to remain positive when you're not getting the results. And there's no doubt that Rubits was really good in that first period, 13 up, 13 down. But if you're Latvia, you keep telling yourself, do the same thing. Like, we will get rewarded. We will find a way to score. And Shilovs has to be clean. Like, phase 4, missed on the 1-point shot. But you just play the same way. We will, you can score. We will score.
It's easy to say that, right?
It can ring hollow when you're not. Well, if we can do it, then why aren't we?
Which is, I imagine, something you would say.
This is my own thought bubbles coming out right now.
So here we go, 5-on-5 here in the second period. A-ball's on it. Once again, Latvia loaded up this top line. Dogovic's shot that was blocked by Kempny. Putting Dogovic, A-balls, and Baltzers together. So a double-edged sword that. You hope they break through, but you've got your eggs in one basket. Makes an easy match. In comes Sedlak with it. Box in. Trying to feed that across for Cervenka.
Not like when they were spread around, they were producing a whole bunch, so why not take a shot at it?
Again, Mike's thought bubble bursts on the air. Czechia is the home team in this game, has the last change.
I haven't noticed in any of the games much line matching by anybody.
Canada does. We've seen a bit of that with them.
They like Uyghur out there to start with Middleton against the other team's best lines, but not a ton.
Yeah. Well, you'll notice when you look at the ice time for teams like Canada and the United States who are coached by NHL coaches, there's more of a disparity. Like, Uyghur played 27.5 minutes in the overtime game today. Now it shoots, that goes wide. That was 5 minutes more than any Canadian. For the most part, these teams, very little difference between the top and bottom end. It's, they come in around between 17 and 13 minutes. Shot back down the Latvian zone, icing call against Czechia.
So internationally, they're a lot more used to playing with 8 defensemen.
Right, so 20 skaters is different than 18, obviously.
With 6 defensemen, the North American defenders don't think they have enough time, let alone 8. And as I watched Sedlak, had a tremendous season, tremendous tournament so far. Even though he scored some goals in this tournament, he's a pass-first guy. He's not a guy who instinctively looks to create for himself.
Flyers like them.
Yeah.
But he was a responsible two-way player.
He is. He wasn't having a great time playing there. Didn't like the role, and not happy on the ice, away from the rink, then good for him for asking for a change and then for granting it.
Tom Andersons drops that for the trailer. Zarin shoots, and the Freeburg's runner shoots, and that's off the arm of Simon Rubets.
Sometimes most goalies go down in a butterfly, right? So Freeburg's just walking in, and Rubets reads the shot, because look where he stays. On his feet. What is he doing on his feet? It's so frustrating as a shooter because you obviously you haven't tell whether it's your eyes, whether it's your hand, where the puck is, that the goalie's able to read where it's very likely to go. Because if he's playing it straight up, he gets down to his knees, but because he made the correct read and there was a shot blocker perhaps taking the bottom of the net away, he stays up, clips your shoulder, and a good chance looks pretty innocent.
interesting with the Czech goaltending that it's been Marek Langhammer and Simon Rubets. Karol Vabenko, their NHL goalie, is the third guy. Bukart shoots, scores! Sneaks it through, and Latvia ties the game. Oh, did they need that?
For all the close calls, for all the goalmouth scrambles, it is this innocent-looking wrister from Bukart. But why? Zaric, the big man, parks himself in front. Rubin started looking for the puck in and around. He kind of standing up. Rossanelli can't quite close down Bukart, and
kind of dipped a little bit.
That's gravity working as it drops. And they feel justly rewarded for their good work to be at least tied.
The shots are 14-4.
Wow.
For Latvia in a 1-1 tie.
But that would be the message. Keep doing it. We'll get a break. We'll get a goal. Or more than one.
Dogovic to Kempny and Hart. Kubalik up for Cervenka. Cervenka to drop things, fires, knocked down in front. That's scooped up and moved on by Balcer. That was their fourth line that scored there.
The eggs are in different baskets. Take what you can get.
2 eggs. Balcers drops that back to Freiberg. And guess who's back in it? In comes Zirkals, walks in and shoots, scores! Zirkals with a rocket. 2-1 Latvia.
What a finish. Line change for Czechia. It's a world-class bit of interference by Batya. Look at him seal off Dvorak on the back check. Works to get in front of him so Zirkals can get as much time as he can get. Quick up. And they look at the release, head up. He doesn't even, he sells pass. Rubens dips a little bit to his right because he's looking for a pass. Nah, goes short side, shelf. What a finish by Zirkals, and this place is going off.
A third-round pick of Toronto in 2015.
Could have easily called interference on Batya there with Dvorak.
And he plays in the Czech Extra League. Cue the drum majors. Dvorak snaps out ahead. And Savalskas played that, but the play's gone offside at the Latvian line.
So many good plays go into scoring a goal, though, right from the quick up. Here's the first one that gets the ball rolling. Bukart through traffic. Similar. And then for the other Latvian player to leave it, for Batya to run interference, for Zirkals to self-pass, and then a really sweet shot. Short side for the goal.
So they get 13 shots in the first period, they get feathers.
Yes.
Now they've got 2 on 3 shots in the second.
What was the message in between periods? If we keep it up, we'll get rewarded. Now they'll believe.
Now this gets interesting. Because Latvia with the lead can hang in there with most teams.
There's 35 minutes left, though. You got to think, we're dominating playing the way we are. Shots are 16-4. Let's keep doing the same thing. It's too long to pack it in and sit back.
Savoca for Fleck, shoots him a sharp angle shot. Stopped by Silov. Kenich with it. This pass goes off the skate of Fleck, and it's batted out by Zeric. Ronald Connaught with it. Fires that down. Glove by Seelovs. He'll hang on.
It's rare that the team who just scored 2 would want to slow it down. But the emotional outlet that everyone on Latvia would have felt with that 2-goal stretch.
There's that security guard, bottom right. Look what he's facing for 3 hours.
He's got a neon yellow car if he happens to turn. And what is he supposed to do? Get them to sit down? Get them to quiet down? What is he there to do?
Good luck with that. Just make sure they don't jump on the ice.
Yeah, that's about it. They're jumping everywhere else.
A hockey passionate country. Host to this tournament in 2006. And they got their only point against Czechia, a tie that year. We got to the quarterfinals in 2018.
This is pace in their game that we don't usually see from Latvia.
Cannot keep it in. And Nemecek has it back. Here's Cannot back with it. Mojelenek. High pass there. Finds Chernok. Chernok back playing for a Czech national team since the 2014 U18s. Pegasus in on Nemecek. Pegasus trying to poke that free. Aballs comes in with Baltzers. This would normally be Dogovic on this. He's sitting on the boards with both feet hanging over, waiting to come on for his shift. Not too subtle message to Pegasus that maybe the shift's a little long, as that goes in on Rubets. He hangs on. 14 to go here in the second period.
And Rubets' temperament will be tested here as Latvia is buzzing all over Czechia's goaltender. And Rubets will have to settle things down. Hope that his team picks up their pace. There's some action in the other end. Not just in front of him. But he was fooled by that Zerkal's little no-look. And a penalty.
Penalty coming to Czechia. Dogovic slides that back to Chukste. The extra skater comes on. It's Roberts Bukarts. Dogovic for Zeland. Balser shoots that wide. Roberts Bukarts. Down for Latvia to really twist the screw here. Penalty coming to Czechia moments after Latvia seizes the lead in Riga. It's a hockey game, a costume party, a beer garden. Latvia on the power play, and Drashis in for Baltzers. Indrashis. Across A-balls with a hard shot. The glove save with some mustard from Rubens.
Good rip by A-balls. And better save by Rubens. He gets all of that one, but look at this little stare down after the fact, too. Don't bring that stuff near me. Makes a save and lets him know he's got it covered.
Off the face-off win, Zaboro skips that down to the Latvian zone. Rubens Belinskas. Across for Dogovic. Kaspar Dogovic. Drops it off to A-balls. Belinskas for Indrashis. Walters plays it back around. A-balls. Belinskas. Indrashis. Works that back. Belinskas a hard shot. Save made by Rubens. Rebound skipped away from A-balls. And Savoca on the second try plays on the head. Schmeichel short-handed along with Michal Jordan. In comes Schmeichel, shoots! Save made by Simons, and back comes A-balls. A-balls plays it back across for Dogovic. To the trailer, back across Indrashis. And shoots at the goalpost! What a look that was. Balcers plays it back. Yaks for Indrashis. He shoots, it was blocked. Sprawling was Jordan in front of that. Balcers keeps it alive, plays it back in deep. Nemecek in the corner, lost the puck to A-balls. Racing up as he practices.
Tired, they've been up there for a while.
Nemecek wins that battle from him and sends the puck down the ice. Seelovs leaves it there for Rihards Bukarts. Roberts Bukarts plays that back for Yaks. Play right back in front. Rihards Bukarts flips it back to Yaks. Shoots! He whistles that high and wide. Final seconds now of the power play. Dvorak to the line and out as Kondratek steps out of the box. Kennedy steps into him. Baranek trying to work that free. This has been all Latvia in the first half of this game. Cervenka works in, trying to center it. Yaks blocked that. Once again, the shot is blocked. Rebound, Cervenka turned away. Another chance in front. Sedlak couldn't reach it. First shot by Kostalik was blocked. And now Kostalik knocks it down. Then wrist shot deflects wide. Cervenka back with it. Yaks took it away from him. Rihards Bukarts trying to sweep that by Dvorak. He kept it alive. And Yanis Yaks plays that to the line, but not out. Cervenka walks in, feeds it back in front. Score! Kubalik! And the game is tied at 2.
It's the first time all game Latvia's been caught running around their own end. They get caught tired. They can't get the puck over the blue line. They win possession a couple times, but don't get it out. And eventually, Kennedy gets caught on the wrong side of Cervenka, and that's the wrong guy to have with the puck. And look at the vision and patience. He's got bodies sliding all over the place, and just patience. Oh, yes. Tuck it underneath Yaks' skates. And then the right guy with the puck on a stick, Kubalik, opens up.
Well,
Definitely slides it home.
You talked about him off the top of the show, a guy who doesn't need many chances and doesn't need the puck for long.
That's exactly what you want. The setup guy being Cervenka, the shooter being Kubalik, and just like that, it's a tie game.
Third goal in 3 games for Kubalik, who had 2 against Kazakhstan and a penalty shot that was stopped.
Isn't he guaranteed for 3 every time he plays for the Czechia team?
LA 7th round pick back in 2013. Spent some time with Sudbury Kitchener in the OHL. That's poked up by A-balls. And Rubens trying to hook the play it. Fleck. Up ahead for Kaut. He's taken down there by Mamchits. Kempney plays it back to Spacek. And Kempney takes that shot and ramps off a stick. Up and out of play. 9:52 to go in the second period. Czechia has tied the game at 2. Two the score. Each team has had one power play in the game. All 4 goals so far scored at even strength. A wide edge in play to Latvia. Shots are 19-10. Score even. That's a nice call against Latvia. Now the Czechs are up and hopping.
So Latvia was pushing, looking to get a third. And this one just catches just outside the bar. And shortly thereafter, a really nice offensive play results in a tie game. How close the swings can be, back and forth.
At the point that skips away from Zaboral. Sabotka. Lays that down to Latvian zone. Silovs leaves it there for Chukstad. Pass away from Batya. Zirkal's had that bounce off his stick. Here's Zaboral back with it. There comes Zaboral. Feeds that for Sabotka. Vladimir Sabotka. Spins it down to Fleck. Jakub Fleck. Crisscrossing with Sabotka. Sabotka skips away from Zirkal's. Lays that back to Kanat. That shot hits Sabotka. Zirkal's has it back. Kicked out by Rubens. And Kanat lost the puck. Batya. Anderson drops that back. Kenich couldn't reach it. Nemechek was the first Czech goal of the game. Plays it in. Silovs knocks that out. Kenich to the line, but not out. Now Smirnoff with it. Plays it to center ice. Nemechek back across to Kanat. As a free agent by Arizona this past year, played his first year in North America for Tucson of the American Hockey League. Spun back in front of Baranek, and poking at it there was Chernock. And that's going to attract the crowd.
That puck almost popped loose. To Chernock hanging on the back post. Baranek's gonna whip it through, and it gets all the way to the backside. Spilos has to be very close. Jump on it just before Chernock grabs it, and then he gets grabbed. Give the referees credit. They're calling what are penalties, and they're letting the game be played with emotion. It's been well done.
Stefan Hurlman from Switzerland. Lassi Häkkinen from Finland, the referees for this game tonight. Just past 9:30 p.m. local time. Gile to Balcers. Finns and Swedes still scoreless in the second period. Dogovic for Balcers. Rink wide. Malinskas moves that in as Kubalik stepped into him. Sedlak Plays it back ahead. Kubalik sweeps it up, and Yaks knocks that out. Kempney. And a momentary pause.
Take a breath.
For a sip.
Whatever you need.
And Joshis for Yaks. Got to move that pass ahead. Schmeichel flips that right over the glass.
You're right. It's almost draining to be in the building, let alone one of the players. Schmeichel with the full cage on. There's a little youngster grab the puck. You probably have to go and
They have to exchange it because the pucks have tracking chips in them, so you have to.
Somebody will coming down and give you an official replica
you got
puck.
a replica puck, but not the one with the chip in it.
No, but if you're Latvia, you're sitting here, okay, we're 34 minutes into the game. We're tied. We played really well. Feel good about that. If you're Czechia, we haven't played well at all. We're tied. Feel good about that.
Always think the most demoralizing thing is to play really well and lose.
Of course.
To think you played pretty close to your best game and lose. Al Jordan goes back, Botany all over him. Zaboral. Now stolen by Roberts Bukarts, and that's going to be a penalty on Zaboral. He doesn't like that one bit. He thought Bukarts dove.
He hit him. He knew he was going to get caught. So there's no point fighting to stay on your feet because the chance is gone. It looked like he came down on top of his skates with his sticks. The ball banks it into the shins of Bukarts. A little chop on the feet. Yeah, that's a good call.
So Latvia with a power play chance here.
A rare game where all the goals have been scored at even strength so far.
Yeah. They're 0 for 1 on the power play in the game, 0 for 6 in the tournament.
I'd like to change that right about now.
And again, we talked about the game against Slovakia, down 2-1 in the third period, a long power play, including a 5-on-3. Weren't able to cash. Off the draw, cannot. Couldn't clear it out. 3 yards, Bukarts walks out the corner and shoots at the goalpost.
Did it ever? He cleared the zone. Off the post and out of the zone.
Did he have a trampoline with that thing?
Oh my goodness.
3 yards, Bukarts winds in 1-on-3, drops it back to his brother Roberts. And around it goes to Zarinch. Back down to Rihards Bukarts, and at the line, unable to hold it was Janis Yaks. So yes, Latvian first and last name generally end in S. As Robert Bukarts brings it in to the point where when Bob Hartley coached their national team, he was Bob's Hartley's. Zirkov slides that back to Yaks for Roberts Bukarts. Bukarts
Looking for Zirkals.
Yaks plays it across. Bukarts shoots, and getting a stick on that one's Rubats. Puck was played with a high stick. Faceoff will stay in the Czechia zone. 52 seconds to go on the power play.
I like this from Bukarts. Takes a puck from the corner after a good scramble to keep it alive, and you have some space, take it. They keep taking it. And you see Nemecek is backing up, so he tries to just go short side. Ugh, so close.
Dogovic lays that back to Belinskas. And when the corner, Drashes works it free. Dogovic tries to center it. He-Balls knocks it down. Taken away by Kontratek. To Sedlak, who has the only short-handed goal so far in the tournament. And Drashes Works that rig wide. Quadratek picks it up and pounds it down the ice. Quadratek. Rig wide to A-balls. Time winding down on this power play. Dogovic loose in the corner with it. Flips that back to A-balls. Quadratek to the goal mount. Baltzer's trying to center it. Sent down the ice by Quadratek.
Oh boy, getting the trust.
Zamoro gets out of the penalty box. Zamoro throws it back in front. And Silovs pounces out on the loose puck. 2-2 to score here late in the second period. Harry Yalin, the head coach of this Czech national team. Coach Finland, the 2015 and 26 World Championship. Back in the 01 World Junior Championship. He has been around Switzerland, KHL, Finland.
And has had success.
Yeah.
But everywhere he goes.
It is unusual in hockey to see a foreign national coach your national, especially a power team like Czechia.
And having him coach the previous, coach Finland national team as well.
Yeah. Not uncommon in soccer where guys jump around, but in hockey it's been less common. Some of the smaller countries, Latvia's had a series of North American coaches. Kubelik, back for Kempny. Kempny along wrist shot. Silovs knocks it down, still loose. Cervenka trying to poke at it.
Battles around the net.
And Baltzers has it back. This is going to be white knuckle down the stretch here. Especially for Latvia. Dogovic spins and shoots. Rubets the save. It's rattling around his pads, but he hangs on.
Rubets almost caught napping there. Dogovic was facing the blue line and wheels and fires towards the net. Battle. Another no-looker where he's kind of facing up on the point, and Rubik's a little late. Tracked that one in between his feet. Right, and for Latvia, if they have any intention of making the quarterfinals,
They can get a point out of this one.
They need something out of this game.
They get at least a point out of this one. Freebergs tees up and shoots. Now, an extra time win, 2 points there, then you're in business. Now if you run the table against Norway, Slovenia, Kazakhstan, you're looking at like 11 points. Pretty good chance you make the quarter. Kostalik flips that back ahead. Mamcheets moves that up. Mamcheets back to pick it up. Mamcheets made his national team debut last year for Latvia at the age of 27 in both the World Championship and the Olympics.
It's a good place to debut. If you're going to debut 1 year, it's an Olympic year to do it. Martin Coates didn't play the first game, added late. A lot of countries hold a spot or two. They have a full complement of 25 skaters here, but they wait just to see who else, if anyone, might be available from
That drummer's worn out.
Well, he needs a break. He can't wait for this period to end. He's got to get a refreshment.
Saboka with another face-off for the Czechs. And Nemecek pumps it in. Czechia, 11 wins and a tie in its history against Latvia. The draw was here in 2006. Now poking in, penalty coming here. It's Bukarts with a shot, but this is going to be a penalty to Latvia. And it's going to be Zeric who goes off. No, it's Bukarts who goes off.
He tripped the guy he took the puck from.
That'll do it.
Knott is trying to spin away. Bukarts reaches out with the skate, absolutely. Knott got to get him down that way. And Bukarts goes right to the penalty box he knew.
So now Czechia gets its second power play. They had one midway through the first. Czechs 4 for 9 on the power play coming in. Kubalik has 2 power play goals.
One in the game already, not power play, but a goal.
Kempe sets it up for Kubalik. Sends it back in front. Just missing on that was Count. Tomasha for Kempe. Tomasha. Checking things out, slides that back down to Count for Tomasha. To Count, walks in and shoots. Silov shuts that down. Chukstay puts that back out. And Kempe has it back. Kempe snaps that pass for Count to scramble the blue line. They got to regroup. Sedlak lifts that wide of the goal. Count, kind of by Dogovic. Sabolskas comes in. Puck squirts free, brought on by A-Balls, short-handed on Kempe. And Tomasha. A-Balls flips that in. Gets there first, picks it back up. Engages 2, now 3 checks below the goal line. And Tomasha brings it out. A-Balls heads off. As Zeric comes back on. Count lays that around. Sabotka trying to knock it free. .40 seconds to go in this Czech power play. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Sabotka drops it back off to Chervenka. Shooter just missed the referee. Costella back for spot check. Shoots. Silov save. Rebound. Oh, it's tapped wide. What a chance for Chervenka.
Oh, no. That just smoked Zeric in the head.
That clear attempt hit him right in the face. And they're calling for the athletic therapist right away. Zeric is a grisly piece of business for Latvia. He does a lot of the dirty work for them. And he took that flush in the head. Now you can't get to the dressing room from the bench here.
No, looks like he's going to hang to the end of the period. I mean, you wheel and you fire and you're just trying to get it down. Here's a chance for Chernak in front. Rebound never gets to Silovs. It's there. He just... Silovs get a piece of that thing? It looks like he's just about to poke it up and over.
He did.
Oh!
What a stop.
Oh, that's why he dropped the stick to get the blocker up for it. What a save.
Then
that is world class from Silovs. And then the clear.
Zirkals.
Ouch.
And Zeric is going to walk down around to get to the Latvian dressing room. Minutes ago here in the period. Time winding down the power play. Silovs hangs on with Sedlak, digging for the loose puck.
2 seconds left. There goes Zeric. I'm sure he's okay. Been a good push late in the period by Czechia. Sedlak, who's been relatively quiet after a dominant first couple games.
He had points on 6 of the first 8 Czech goals in the tournament. Dogovic skips on the center ice. A-Ball's poking at it. Cervenka's got it back, drops it off to Sedlak. Cervenka. Lays that down, Malinskas up for Dogovic. He turns it over to Cervenka. Drops it off, Kubale. Sedlak shoots, that's blocked by Zeeland. Zeeland center ice. Kempny back to pick it up. Tomaszek. Works it in, shoots, was a little hot on the glass. Tomaszek. Walks out and shoots. That was blocked by Zeeland. As time expires here at the end of the second period. Latvia scores twice to take the lead. Czechia equalizes later. 2-2 it is, heading for the third period.
Shots on goal in the second period. Team Latvia 10, Team Czechia 10.
Tampere poslal četrtá do spēlē, rezultāts pēc otrā perioda, Slovija 0, Zviedrija 1.
In Tampere, the score after second period between Finland and Sweden is 0-1.
Beidzas periods.
Var? Es nevaru.
Metieni pavā pirmajā periodā. Latvija 10, Čehija 10.
Shots on goal.
Hey, boys, let's go! Play, play, play!
Dear friends, we are using Czech gate pass. If a puck flies to the stand, please return it to the closest steward. You will receive a official gate pass in your throat.
Dominic Kubalik as the equalizer here in this game between Czechia and Latvia. The Czechs come in 2-0, Latvia 0-2.
Now, Latvia has played Canada and Slovakia.
Yeah.
And a hard-fought 2-1 game against Slovakia, so they're in tough. And they're in tough against Simon Rubins and the Czech team as they've defended hard. He's been pretty sharp. Latvia really pushed the play in the first 25, 30 minutes of this game.
The Seelovs of the Vancouver Canucks. By the way, Andres Zaric has returned to the Slovakia bench after being hit in the head with that clearing attempt. So all hands on deck here. The Czechs again without Philip Keedle and Philip
Rodrigo, you go first. Keep them on the ice, please.
Lassi Heikkinen with the drop, and we're underway here in the third period. Earlier today, Canada beat Slovakia in a shootout in this building. The only point the Czechs have got in their tournament history against Czechia in 2006 here in Riga. A tie as Kondratek blocks that pass from Balcers. There are no more ties in IIHF competitions. Trebek sends that back in front, just missed Sedlak with that pass. Dvorak, a long shoot-in, Seelovs makes the save.
So you're wondering if you're going to get a very conservative, cautious third period, or
this game's
like
been
the rest of this game, it's going to be teetering out of control.
This game's been on two wheels the whole time, so I'm not sure if it's going to change here in the third.
I hope it doesn't. I hope both teams play hard and play to win and don't sit back and think about 1 point and maybe a second.
Latvia could really use a point here, at the very least.
You know what? I look at the math. I don't think it's going to matter. Like, they need more than one. With what Slovakia has left to play, they got to play the 3 weak teams as well still.
Right. And again, Slovakia got a point against Canada today, which Latvia did not. In comes Batya with it. Batya in on Dvorak with a big body collision behind the net. Spot check, banks it ahead to Kaut. With Schmeichel. Kaut lost the puck at his feet. And Schmeichel chips it back down to the Latvian zone. Carlos Chuksta. San Jose draft back in 2015. Spent a couple years in the Champions League with Trinets. Trinets won the Czech League this year for the 4th consecutive year. Now sent wide by Kenich. Kenich, that shot blocked, and Saboka lifts it back to center ice. Kenich kept it alive. Toms Anderson with Latvia changing holds. Pivots back in the corner. Crisscrossing with Kenich. Drops that back. Yanis Yak's fan of that shot. Picked out now by Jordan, who goes rink wide to Tomaszek.
Sometimes you have too much time to think about it. Yak's off the bench with his stick in the air saying, "Feed me."
Tomaszek. The set towards the goal. Tip just wide. That appeared to go off flat. And now Kanat back for Tomaszek. His shot deflects wide. Gashis. Rink wide to Sabalskis. Picked out in the corner by Flack. That's knocked away from Tomaszek. And Nemechek plays that away. Kanat sends that rink wide. Bukarts goes back. If this thing goes to overtime, the building might not make it.
I hope not.
There's a couple thousand Czech fans in town that have been roaming the streets of Riga the last few days. They're in full voice, as are the Latvian fans. Ilves Polinskas. And all defensemen in points in the Czech League this year. As Mamcic sends it down. Dogovic back on it. Balcers has it knocked away. Here's Cervenka away with it. Czech captain goes right wide to Kubalik, who pounds that down to the Latvian zone. Czechia led the game 1-0. Latvia grabbed a 2-1 lead. Now we're 2-2 in the third period. Balcers for Dogovic. In with A-balls. Kasper Dogovic. Pulls that back. He's tied up in the corner by Kempny. Dogovic wins that battle for the puck. Back to Freiberg. Across he goes to A-ball. Centers it. That got by Freiberg. And Dogovic has it back. Dogovic throws it back in front. Missed A-balls with that pass. Gratek lifts it high in the air, and A-balls knocks it down.
I don't think A-balls thought that pass would get all the way through to his stick. Caught off guard.
What a move by Zirkals around Kubalik. Zirkals shoots him from a sharp angle. What a chance, and Roberts Bukarts turned away by Rubens.
We have seen a few of these scrums. The referees haven't taken one person out of the pile. Here's the rebound, Karam. Zirkals and Bukarts. This one catches a piece of the stick, bounces into the ground, and then back up off of Spacek's stick. You just want to be mindful. Don't risk being the only one to head to the box after a scrum at this point in the game.
No. 25-15, the shots in favor of Latvia. They outshot Czechia 13-4 in the first period and trailed 1-0. Count falls. Roberts Bukarts plays it in for Yachts. Zirkals took a hard bump there from Kaut in front of the Czech bench. Menko plays it back to center ice. Mamcic picks it up. This is Andersons trying to work that free. It's back picked up by Sabolskis. And this is Smirnovs. That down in the Czech zone. Kennich gets there first and shoots. Saboro got a stick on that. And the puck goes up and out of play.
They thought that Latvia would be sitting back. That has not been the case at all through 5 minutes. Ronald Kennich spent a little bit of time, 38 games in the NHL with Vancouver's. He can shoot it. If he gets it on his stick, he can fire it past the goaltenders. Latvia would have been watching Slovakia pinch a point off of Canada earlier and know that this game becomes that much more important.
Sabolskis shoots, score! Tipped in front. Looked like Smirnov's might have got a piece of that. 3-2 Latvia. Sabolskis with the shot.
One face-off. I wonder if it doesn't catch a Czech body part.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Hal Jordan off his kneecap. Good work. Tom Sanderson helps Smirnov. Puts it where Sabolskis can shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh, right there off the toe. No chance for Rubens. But rewarded for offensive zone play and puck towards the net. Hard battle on the face-off, and they catch another break.
Another veteran Latvian player in his 9th World Championship. 12 of these Latvians have played in at least 4 World Championships. They have more experience in this tournament than any team. Nearly 900 games played.
They're going to need all that experience in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah. But,
wow. This could drastically shift. It's offside by 7 feet. Czech score here.
Marcinelli.
Right.
And
Long
pass.
pass.
Ball there.
Because we were going to play about a minute and a half there, and that play was well offside. Latvian bench. I don't know how you're not tingling right now. It's something.
It was really too bad in 2021 that, you know, they beat Canada for the first time. They had some results, but there were almost no fans permitted in the building. Basically volunteers the first game. There were 500 volunteers in the building. But
you'd love for the fans to be rewarded with something really, really to cheer about.
Well, they could win this.
I mean, miles to go, but it's everything's on the table again.
Borsanelli lost his stick on the play. The puck picked up by Zile for Dogovic. Dogovic banks that in on Nemecek, works in. Dogovic trying to throw that back in front, was blocked by Kanat. Baranek behind the goal to Nemecek. This chant, Shaba, basically means go on or keep going. Back at the point, Kubelik's got time, shoots, it goes off the foot of A-balls and wide. Balcers plays that back, Kubelik for Cervenka, works in and shoots, that's just wide. Kempney back on it. Valinskas to the line, Cervenka can't hold it, takes down Balcers, no penalty call. And the crowd hollering about that, and
now they got one on.
A-balls is going to get one as he hog-tied Sedlak at the blue line.
A-balls is a penalty.
Check into the power play, down 3-2. Czechia to the power play after Rodrigo A-balls was called for holding. Seconds after, the Latvians felt that their guy was tripped. So a poorly received Czech power play on the way. At least for the Latvian fans, that face-off pulled out by Mamcic, but the face-off not done fairly.
They felt like their guy might have been tripped because he was tripped. Here goes Balcers. Like, that is a trip.
100%.
100%. Now, it's not called. It's like A-ball said, well, I'm not calling that, so I get a free ride. And this is 1,000% a hold. That's an illegal tackle in football. The horse collar. But it should never have occurred. The play should have been blown dead with Latvia going to the man advantage. See if they can bail out A-balls with a kill.
And Mamcic sends it down the ice. Spot check it across the line. Dogovic worked that free. Mamcic can't clear it out. Chernok around to Cervenka, back for Chernok. Cervenka back at the point. Kostelek for Cervenka. Kostelek. Cervenka with it. Zaboka parked in front. Cervenka walks in, waits, shoots. And Silov's got the blocker on that. Cervenka back on it. Cervenka playing pitch and catch with Chernok. Back at the point. Kostelik, a long shot that was blocked by Chukstay. And diving for it was Kenic. Couldn't clear it out the first time. Does it the second. Boy, Chukstay has been a shot blocking machine for Latvia on the penalty kill today. Cervenka took a late bump there from Kenic.
Well, they're not going to call anything on Latvia right now. And you're right. Stock got that big shot, and oh, he eats it from far away in the back of the arm. Yeah, that should be dragging on your way to the bench. That is gutsy stuff. And at this point, Latvia is basically daring Cervenka to shoot. Trying to take your passes away, and he takes it. And he almost beats Shilovs.
Reminds you a little bit about teams used to play Nick Backstrom in Washington.
Yeah, and like Backstrom, Cervenka can really shoot it.
Yeah. Sedlak.
It's offside.
Works it in offside. 33 seconds to go in this Czech power play, which has been so productive so far in the tournament. But so far, 0 for tonight.
It's good to see Marius Vitalins able to smile in these stressful moments. Like
former Winnipeg Jet, who was drafted by the 9th round of 1993. That round doesn't exist anymore.
It's not fun, but you want to be able to enjoy the moment.
And that was his message to his players before the tournament. Like, enjoy every minute of this. Just, this is really a
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these players to do this here.
To play in front of this crowd. Sabolskas fires that back down to the Czech zone. And Kempny back to pick it up. Kempny plays it back for Tomaszek. Final seconds of the Czech power play. Tomaszek works in. And that pass goes over the glass.
Czechia will not be pleased with that. Minute 57 so far. Not a lot going right for Kari Allen's group. Had some zone time, but shots were being blocked. They never got anything going to the net or through the box.
The Yellen hiring by the Czech Federation was controversial in that country. There's a lot of
no doubt it would be
decorated coaches in the Czech League. They had not won a medal in the previous 8 World Championships. Got a bronze last year under Yellen. Bojanelek plays that back. Nemecek trying to center it. The teams are back to even strength. Approaching the midway point of the 3rd period. Latvia with a 1-goal lead. Chernok lost the puck to A-balls. Out of the penalty box he comes. Rink wide for Dogovic. Dogovic. That was offside at the Czechia line.
Oh, tied 2-2 after 2. This goal by Oskar Sabolskis is the difference right now. One-timer off a face-off one, catches the toe of Jordan. Chance for Rubits there. A good bounce that Latvia's been waiting on. Came into the game with just 1 goal scored through their first 2 games.
Plays for Kladno in the Czech Extra League.
You know a lot of these players quite well.
Where the owner and sometime player is a living legend, Jaromir Jagr. That puck goes over the glass, bouncing on the way out.
Still playing on occasion. My old Montreal teammate, Paul Plakanec, still playing. Basically a point-a-game player still there, so we'll see now. 10 minutes left, Lord. Do they shorten the bench a little bit?
So that's the difference, Mike, that you notice here, is that it doesn't happen as often.
Yeah.
National Hockey League coaches are...
And not nearly as early.
Right, so NHL coaches after TV timeout tend to roll back their top lines. After a penalty kill, we'll bring top guys together. It's just a different mentality. Batya wins that face-off back. Chukstay shoots, that pinballed wide. Roberts Bukarts plays that back for Yaks. Zirkals didn't hold it, the puck had bounced out. Now spot check with it. Will hit the linesman with a shoot in. Yaks plays it back around. Zirkals waiting for it. Away comes Zirkals. Walks in, shoots him a sharp angle. Rubens the save. Batya. And that taken away. Now the Latvians will change as Kondratek brings it out. Drops that back to Kempny. for Fleck. Belinskas goes to pick that up, plays it back around for Andrashis. Fleck out for Saboka, walks in and shoots. Goes off a leg and wide. Zaric got it back up for Latvia. He's knocked off the puck by Saboka. Fleck centers it. And Tomasek couldn't get a shot away. Good pressure now from Czechia. Fleck in the corner for Saboka. Crisscrossing with Kostelek. Here's Kostelek with it. Sends it back in front. Saboka missed on that.
Good stick by Sabolskis, getting back just in time.
Tomasek flips that down to the Latvian zone. Sedlak back after it. Kicked at by Manchits. And Dogovic has it back. Chips that by Dvorak. Dogovic wins the battle for the puck. Moves back in front. Zaboro took that away. And Kubalik has it back. He falls. And quickly regathers. Cervenka. That pass broken up by Zirkals at center ice. He's had a good night for Latvia.
Involved. They've been around the puck. A lot of touches. Generally means they're playing well.
Zile shoots that right down on Rubens. He gloves that. And hangs on. 7:55 to go here in the third period. Latvia leads 3-2. It's been a noisy night in Riga. Coming up on 10:30 local time. 3-2 Latvia leads. These fans got in late because the Canada-Slovakia game went to overtime. Chukte shoots. That's gloved by Rubens. And they have not been silent since.
No, and they're going to try to bring their team home. 7:51 on the clock. And Latvia has to do their best to play as much of this remainder in the neutral zone or down in the offensive zone. You just don't want to spend 8 minutes trying to defend, chipping it out and defending and changing. And even if you don't score, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, banging around the offensive zone is half a minute you don't need to defend.
Spacek plays that back to Kempny across to Kondratek. Kondratek lifts that in. Two former Washington Capitals paired on D for the Czechs there. As Kempny's back to pick it up. Kondratek. Up ahead for Schmeichel, who chips that down. And
tight ice.
Very tight icing call there. The face-off back down to the Czech zone. I'm with him.
You know what? Like, he was short of the red line on the tip-in attempt. Not by much. But that has at least been pretty consistent all tournament long.
Yep.
The red line is what you need to get to. Not near it, but on it.
Zaric for the face-off against Spacek. Spacek wins it. Kempny has it back. Czechs need a change after that icing call. Kondratek up ahead for Schmeichel. The change begins. Spacek works in. Tied up there by Zaric. Who's on the side of the goal, poking at it with Schmeichel. Yaks to the line, but not out. Kostelek a long shot that goes wide. Spacek. Played it back to the point, no one there. Kostelek back to pick it up, being harassed there by Andrashis. Kempny plays it back to Fleck, streaking through center ice. Jakob Fleck works in. Fleck comes in and shoots! And Seelovs makes the save on that. Sedlak back to the point for Dvorak, and skipped off his leg and back to center. Kostelek plays it back in. Memcheats to the line, up ahead for Dogovic. And Dvorak took that away. Give the Latvians credit there, keeping the pressure on here.
Yeah, just 3 shots in the period for Czechia so far.
To 7 for Latvia, including the go-ahead goal by Sabalskis. Nemechek drops that off to Vojanelek, the Czech playoff MVP this year. Sabalskis up for Batnya.
That's a nice thing as well.
Yep. By inches.
You gotta know though, Gord. You gotta know.
Yeah, they're calling it.
I mean, at this point, you're better just skating into the defender at the red line than chopping it down. Like, the rule's the rule. Get to the red line.
Like offside, you don't say offside is sometimes.
Close. Yeah.
Offside's offside.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, and you're trying to make sure you get it in deep, but
Juho
mistake.
Lammikko scored for Finland in the 3rd period. The Finns and Swedes heading to overtime. They're tied at 1. What a day today. Canada, Slovakia here. Germany beaten by the United States.
Canada had to go to a shootout.
Yeah.
Kempny with a nice inside pivot as the puck goes by him at the red line.
Yes.
That's very well done.
So it looks like we got 4 one-goal games right now.
As it should be.
Zile plays it back to Chukste. And Kondratek breaks out of the icing as he took the long way back.
Yeah, that's a tough angle for Chukste. You want to make sure to get it hard enough to get it over the defender's head of the blue line, but not so hard to go down the ice. But you certainly don't want to sail it into the crowd.
Spot check for the face-off against Batnya. He plays for Olli Jokinen with Jukinen in the finish lead.
3rd time's the charm. They finally get it over the blue line.
Yeah.
Good wins by Batnya, 3 in a row.
Get the right side off on the change. Chip back down the Latvian zone. Valinskas plays it back around for Roberts Bukarts, held by Kempny. Kempny has that block by Batnya. Cervenka knocked that back for Kondratek. 4:45 to go in the 3rd period. Latvia leading Czechia 3-2, trying to beat the Czechs for the first time ever at the World Championship. .432 to go. We're in for a finish in Riga.
You will receive an official game cup in return. Thank you for your
They might be late for work tomorrow.
Or it's going to be quiet at work, at the very least. Some hoarse voices and some tired legs.
So Latvia has never beaten Czechia at the Olympics or the World Championship. In fact, the only time they'd ever beaten them at anything was the World Junior Championship in Edmonton, the summer one in August of last year. They beat them 5-2. A 3-2 lead here with 4.5 to go.
It's a late bad drop whistle.
And they have a lot of those.
Well, a lot of times guys jump and hits their stick on the way down.
Right.
And a lot of times they use their feet. So now they gotta re-drop it, reset the clock for a couple seconds. I think it was 4:32. There we go. Well done. Right on it.
Dvorak for Zaboral. Marathon around the dots. Got to be careful with that corner. We've seen some bad bounces in that near right corner.
It's a Zamboni corner down there.
Zaric plays it back down to the Czech zone. Kenic after Zaboral. Drasha stepped up and then forced the turnover, and Abels plays it back down. So a full-on forecheck here with 4 to go in the third period. Yax goes back. That's icing against Czechia.
I think if you're Czechia, advancing the puck into the offensive zone with a dump in would not be challenging. And on the line change, it was a 1-4, just the puck skipped up on Sabotka. Think about getting the goaltender out in a couple of minutes or so.
Schmeichel pokes that back for Dvorak. And across to Zaboral. Yax plays it around. Abels can't knock it down. Cervenka with it. Now Abels back with it. And he's happy to fire that down the ice. The faceoff comes back down to the Latvian zone. 3.5 to go. Probably a little early for the pull just yet.
Yeah, not just yet. If you have time, take time. Once you're under duress, get it out, get it down, take the icing, whatever you got to do.
So the Sedlak, Cervenka, Kubalik line is out here. You got a timeout coming yet.
You could play 2.5 the remaining 3.5 minutes.
Cervenka kicks that free. Yax goes back after it. Moved by Kondratek. He hangs on now. Kondratek plays it back. Cervenka lays it in deep. Sabolskis lost the puck to Sedlak. Sedlak loose behind the goal. Flips that back. Kubalik back on it. For Cervenka. Feeds it back across. They score! Kempny fires it home. 3:02 to go in the third. The game is tied. And the big boys strike for Czechia.
What a dish by Cervenka. He's had a couple of beauties tonight. Puck's bouncing all over. Latvia defending as hard as they can, but puck gets out to Cervenka and he finds some time. 3 guys, including Dogovic. The weak side winger goes flying over towards Cervenka. Watch 16 Dogovic. You gotta leave him. That's not your man. There's 2 guys already running towards Cervenka. Kempny activates backdoor. Silovs has to respect Cervenka's potential to shoot. And just running around a little too desperate for Latvia. And Czechia ties it up. 3 minutes left, and that's why you don't want to ice it all the time. The whole thing starts from an icing defense's own faceoff.
Stock plays that down. You mentioned Latvia missed the quarterfinals last year. Heartbreaking 1-goal losses were the story last year. Batya plays it back. Polinskas back down. Zirkos with a shot. And the save made by Rubets, who's been pretty lonely back there for the last 4 or 5 minutes as Czechia applied the pressure.
And now Latvia's got to flip the switch from defense to offense.
Right.
And get re-engaged and attacking forward. Something they've done really well throughout the night. Jirkal's wheels fires, hoping maybe for another bank job. Rubin squeeze it. He's so deflating, so close. Battling as hard as you possibly can. But that is a great play with poise by Cervenka. Just, everyone else is running around crazy and he's just taking his time, making the right play.
There is for the face-off against Chernak. Zaric gets low, but Czechia controls it. Dvorak got the puck back up. Freebergs off the linesman. Now Sobotka for Chernak. Lifts that back down. Skipping puck. Svilov's to be careful with a loose puck. Sobotka almost got to that. Zaric back with it. Fires it back down to the Czech zone. Zaboral up along the boards for Cervenka back out there. Wheeled wide of the goal by Belinskas. Indrasius works it free behind the goal. Indrasius. Cole trying to play it back across. Cervenka blocked it. And Belinskas back to pick it up. Inside 2 to go now in the third period. Belinskas flips that down, and that's icing called against Latvia. An unforced error there with 1:34 to go in the third.
See what Czechia wants to do on this face-off in the offensive zone.
They could change if they wanted to.
A lot of guys out there right now. 6 guys. Someone's got to head off. Sedlak. So we're going to spot check the righty on the strong side.
Draw 1, top by Tomaszek, but by Kemp, who began the year in the American League in Coachella Valley. It's Palm Springs, California, the farm team of Seattle. Spot check. Plays it back. Tomaszek with a centering pass. Kudratek shoots. Svilov's down. The puck's loose. They bang away at it. In behind the goaltender was Mamchits, and somehow Latvia keeps it out. Hard to look.
This pinballs in by Kudratek, hits the skates of Belinskas, goes right through the feet of Silovs, and then it's loose twice. Mamchits, really well done, not getting his glove. Watch 55's glove, not on top of it, but shoving it.
Oh.
You can push, you just can't cover the top of it.
That's a penalty shot otherwise.
And he just shoves it back into Silovs to get the whistle.
Harry Allen taking an informal timeout there. Now Sobotka for the face-off. Actually, Chernak will take it. Sobotka's great on draws too, but they want the righty, Chernak. Face-off won cleanly by Batnya. The clearing attempt hits Sobotka. Chukstay. Around to Zirkals. High off the glass, back down to the Czech zone inside a minute to go in regulation. Kudratek gains center ice and fires that down. Zile back for it. Banked around, Zirkals dropped. Kudratek goes back, as he getting waved off. He slaps it around for Sobotka. Sobotka carefully gains center ice and banks that down. Dogovic. Gray balls up the center ice, picked up by Balcers. Sedlak took him off the puck. And a penalty coming to Czechia.
No. Silas is on his way out. I didn't see a hand up. Silas left the net.
No, he must have thought the referee was calling a penalty because he went barreling for the bench. But there's no penalty coming.
No, I mean, Sendak and A-balls get tangled up on a check, but there's no way that's a penalty. And
where was Seawalls going?
He was reacting to the crowd, reacting to the non-call.
All right, so 26 seconds to go in regulation. Cheats. Up for Dogovic. Final seconds down in the period. Belinskas just plays that back.
Well, they get one.
Latvia's going to get a point out of this, as are the Czechs. So they'll play up for a hugely important second one in 3-on-3 overtime. The second OT game in this building today, and 3 of the 4 games today have gone past regulation.
Shots on goal in the third period. Team Latvia 8, Team Czechia 7.
Latvia 31, Czechia 21.
Shots on goal in regular time. Team Latvia 31, Team Czechia 21.
Spēles komandās uzlaicies ar neizšķirtu rezultātu. Pēc 3 minūšu pauzes sekots 5 minūšu papildu laiks līdz pirmajiem gūtajiem vārtiem. Spēlējot komandā 3-3.
As the score is tied after regular time, a 5-minute sudden death overtime will follow after a 3-minute intermission. The overtime will be played with 1 goalkeeper and 3 skaters per team.
Shots to regulation 31-21 in favor of Latvia. Neither team has scored on power play chances. And so away we go to 3-on-3 overtime. Latvia trying to beat Czechia for the first time at the senior level.
And they've played really well.
Well, they outshot Czechia 13-4 in the first period, trailed 1-0.
Even in the third period with the lead for most of it, they outshot them 8-7. So that was a very good game. Czechia, like always, finds ways to get it done. And Cervenka is the player of last year's tournament, led last year's tournament in points.
One thing we're seeing, too, with the results today, the door opens for Switzerland to grab first place in the group, because both Canada and Czechia at most today. Well, Canada got 2 with a win over Slovakia. The most the Czechs can get is 2. So
yeah, but they have to play Canada still. If they win, they don't. It just buys them a little bit margin of error. But if Canada were to beat them, then they'd have the tiebreaker. But we've seen Switzerland run the table before. Last year they were
6-0-1 in the regulation.
They're perfect.
All right, here we go. 3-on-3 overtime. A-balls, Balcers, and Belinskas for Latvia. There's that bad bounce in the corner. Belinskas got it back up. Whatever happens, this place is going to go off. Belinskas around Kubalik. In comes Belinskas by himself. Balcers trails in now along with A-balls. Belinskas being shadowed by Kempney, plays that back to Balcers. And now Balcers regrouped at center ice. There should be an over-back rule in overtime. Can't take it back past center ice. Belinskas. The turnaround by Cervenka. Batya plays it ahead. Zaboro ranges back on him. Zaboral away with Cervenka. Lead pass to Cervenka, drops it back to Spacek. Michael Spacek pivots back. Threads that pass in for Cervenka. Dancing in and crisscrossing with Spacek. He plays it across to Zaboral. Jakub Zaboral. Back down to Cervenka. Who set up the tie goal, drops it back. Spacek winds his way in. Drop that back. It's picked off by Zirkov. In comes Zirkov. He falls. Latvia was changing on the play. Zirkov ran out of gas. Here comes Fleck. He can fly. Comes dancing in. Around Freebergs. Works back in front. Fleck drops it off to Chernok. Kostelek back at the point. In for Fleck. Drops it back to Kostelek. In for Chernok. Trying to throw that pass ahead. Zaric's blocked it. Chernok gets it right back. Walks in the backhand shot. Still the save, the rebound. Fleck couldn't cash. Fleck back with it to Kostelek. Now these Latvian defenders are tired. And the puck goes back to center ice, and the Czechs will start to change. Latvia will complete one as well. Dogovic comes on with Andrashis. Tomaszek and Saboka, the forwards for Czechia. Kempny winds his way in. Michael Kempny, who has a goal in the game, back for Tomaszek. Poke check there by Dogovic. Midway through the overtime period. Kempny back with it. Kempny winds in. Drops it off to Saboka. Saboka around Andrashis. Vladimir Saboka gets a lane. Walks right in. Firos makes the save on the rebound. He turns it away from Tomaszek. Back comes Latvia 2-on-1. Andrashis drops it off for Dogovic. Feeds it back across Andrashis. Oh, what a save by Rubens. What a stop, both ends. Oh. Neither bench can believe it didn't score. Here comes Kumalik. Drop for Sedlak. That was close to offside of the Latvian line. Balcers wheels it ahead for A-balls. Polinskas takes that lead pass and drops back for Balcers. Polinskas, lead pass to A-balls. In comes A-balls, shoots, and the save made by Rubens. Well, we welcome those of you who watched Sweden beat Finland and Tampere in a shootout. Here we're in overtime. And what chances we've seen. Saboka moments ago turned away, and then Tomaszek on the rebound. At the other end
was even better. Dogovic over to Drasis. One time right out of the air. And Rubens cuffs it away. The bench thought they had it. Rubens took it away. They don't want this night to end.
4 games today at the World Championship, all decided by 1 goal, 3 past regulation. In comes Zaboral. Jakub Zaboral drops that back for Cervenka, taken away by Batya. Lead pass to Yanis Yaks. Walks it in, shoots, Rubens save, rebound, score! Oskars Batya! And Latvia wins it in overtime!
For the first time ever, Latvia beats Czechia at the World Championship. Cervenka gets caught watching a little bit. Yaks puts on the glove hand, sits there, and the reach of Batya finds it on the back door to sweep it home. The start to celebrations Seeloff's right down into the pile. Yak, what a reach. What an effort.
And the host nation here in Riga is back in it with a 4-3 overtime win over Czechia. So last summer at the World Junior, Latvia recorded its first ever win in men's hockey against the Czechs at the Junior Championship, and now at the senior level, Latvia's beaten Czechia for the first time.
What they'll love is they deserve that win.
They really did.
They were the better team for most of the game. Spurred on by this crowd.
Now they lit a fuse. Now we'll get the player of the game presentations and then a full-throated Latvian national anthem.
Of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
Balvat pasniegs Starptautiskā hokeja federācijas padomes loceklis un pasaules čempionāta Rīgas posmā direktors Frans Raindls un Latvijas hokeja federācijas ģenerālsekretārs Roberts Pļavējs.
The prizes will be presented by Frans Raindl, IIHF Council member and tournament co-chair in Riga, and Roberts Pļavējs, General Secretary of the Latvian Ice Hockey Federation.
Labākais spēlētājs Čehijas komandā. Best player of team Czechia. Number 19, 19. Jakobs Flex.
Jakob Fleck is the player of the game for Czechia. He was all over it tonight. Czechs fall to 2-0-1.
Best player of team
In the tournament, Latvia now 1-2.
Labākais spēlētājs Latvijas izlasē. 27. numur, number 27, Oskars Cibulskis.
He was excellent.
Oskar Cibulskis, the defenseman, was terrific.
Scored the go-ahead goal at the time in the third period, but defensively just a stalwart all game.
Well, some key penalty kills for Latvia down the stretch.
Dāmas un kungi, lūdzam atcelties par godu Latvijas valsts himnai.
Dear all, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Latvia.
You knew this win was coming. It was just a matter of when. How does it feel to finally get this win under your team's belt in front of your home crowd?
Oh, no words. Actually, no words. Like, you could hear what happened. Like, the building exploded. So, obviously, amazing feeling. Like what we couldn't do in the first 2 games. First time I think in history we beat Czech. So, obviously, that's amazing feeling also.
And you scored the game winner in that. You've had 3 goals in the World Championships overall. Of all of them you've been to, where does this one rank?
I would say it's definitely top 2 because one was we won first time Canada and I scored, and this one is also, and obviously this is overtime goal, so also special one.
Was this the best game you feel like your team has played so far at this tournament?
I would say yeah. Like we knew like they had a game also yesterday. We were more fresh, like fresher, and we tried to stick to our plan, and I think it worked out. Obviously, still there was some mistakes, but thank God the score is. What was the score?
4-3.
4-3. Yeah.
And then can you answer this one in Latvian?
Sorry?
Can you answer this last question in Latvian? I'll ask it for you, and then you answer in Latvian.
Yeah, sure.
It seemed as though in the first 2 games you guys were walking away frustrated. This game, it seemed like everything came together. What was working well for you today?
Galvenais, mēs visi bijām kopā, saliedēti kopā kā komanda, un mēs nepadevāmies, ticējām, ka mēs varam uzvarēt. Iznācām šodien kaunieciski laukā, un rezultāts ir pozitīvs, un atmosfēra viss ir super. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really tough game. You know, for us it was back-to-back games, and you know, they came out with full of energy, and they played well. So we are glad that you know, we came out with 1 point at least. You know.
Talk about your goaltender's performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but. Shima's really good goalie, and he made a couple really good saves, and you know, he's there for us.
Your thoughts on the game today and how your team performed? You still came in with the points, so there's something to go on there.
Těžký zápas pro nás, samozřejmě hráli jsme 2 zápasy ve 2 dnech, ale na to se nemůžeme vymlouvat. Samozřejmě nebudeme si nic nalhávat, ale z Lotyšska jsme měli vyhrát. Ale když to takhle vezmu, tak aspoň ten bod. Thank you.
Satikšanās frāzes, svaigs gaiss, pulsācijas, piekrastes simfonijas.